On News Prime tonight, House of Representatives sets for tax reform public hearing. And the business headline, inflation rates fell by 10.32 percentage points to 24.48% in January 2025 after the rebasing. And the foreign scene tonight, air defenses shot down 103 out of 176 drones launched by Russia, Ukraine Air Force. And in sports tonight, Nigeria Football Federation suspends referee over controversial officiating. Hello and welcome to News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Edikan Michael. A quick reminder that we are on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nicomsat. You can also download the Global TV Nigeria app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. We'll begin tonight by informing that President Bola Tinubu has approved the allocation of billions of naira for the expansion of 12 River Basin project across Nigeria, intending to address hunger, improving food security, and enhancing the agricultural development nationwide. Musa Ilyasu Kwankwaso, Director of Finance and the Adija Jami River Basin, made the announcement in Kano State, emphasizing President Tinubu's unwavering commitment to the development of the northern Nigeria through agriculture. And now the House of Representatives has called on Independent National Electoral Commission to conduct by-elections for vacant seats in the National and State Houses of Assembly. And this comes as the Green Chamber mandated its Committee on Electoral Matters to investigate the matter and invite the leadership of the Independent National Electoral Commission to provide a detailed explanation of the reasons behind the delay and the steps taken to rectify the situation. Now, the charge fixed February 26 for the public hearing of the tax reform bills following the passage for a second reading by the both chambers of the National Assembly. The decision to hold the public hearing where input from the public will be collected was announced by Speaker Tajuddin Abbas during plenary on Tuesday. To this end, the House announced a 36-member special committee whose duty will be to coordinate the session, bringing in experts in tax administration, including the benefit of the tax reform proposal. And now, the United States mission to Nigeria has announced an investigation into how past aid allocated to Nigeria and other countries has been utilized. This follows United States President Donald Trump's January 2025 decision to suspend all foreign aid for 90 days, citing concerns about global destabilization and misalignment with American interests. And the move responds to growing calls for the comprehensive review of U.S. Agency for International Development held funds. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has expressed sadness over the passing of former Federal Commissioner for Information and leader of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, Chief Edwin Clark. Tinubu's condolence message was contained in a statement issued by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga. Tinubu said he led an illustrious life marked by dedicated service at different times to the nation and his community as a councillor, state, and a federal cabinet member. The All Progressive Congress and the People's Democratic Party have traded accusation over escalating violence in Osun State, which culminated in the killing of a former chairman of the Irewole local government area, Aderemi Abbas, and 6 others. The crisis was reportedly triggered by an alleged contentious court of appeal ruling said to have ordered the reinstatement APC-elected local government chairman and councillors. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke had raised an alarm on Sunday alleging a conspiracy led by the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Bayo Yoga Oyetola, and some security agencies heads to enforce the ruling. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fahimi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, has banned the Nigeria Police Force from parading suspects The force spokesman, Muyiwa Dejobi, said the police would issue a statement on the ban at the appropriate time. Speaking on the matter, human rights lawyer Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, said the practice of parading suspects was illegal. Simon Ekpa-led United States of Biafra has written to Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu seeking recognition. This was contained in a latest sign and release on X on Monday by Ekpa's second-in-command Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. A 3-page open letter claimed that the redeclaration of Biafra was done in Finland during a convention with over 50 million Biafrans voting for a referendum on November 29, 2024. Now back to the National Assembly, as the House of Representatives has called on the relevant federal government agencies to implement tough measures against the Homicidal and the Femicidal Act in Nigeria. The resolution of the House followed the adoption of a motion during plenary moved by Rivers lawmaker Awaji Abiante and 3 others. Trumping support for the motion, Abiante noted that the right to life is a fundamental human right guaranteed by the Constitution, while homicide cases including the murder, the manslaughter and other violent crimes leading to the termination of life have been on the rise across the country, provoking public demand for justice. It was a moment of reflection and gratitude to God as friends and well-wishers drew Aguila in Apalego government area to commemorate the one-year memorial service of Elder Pius Oche. Felicity Nderi reports that the event also witnessed the foundation-laying ceremony of Pius Oche Memorial Anglican Church, Apagila. Felicity Nderi reports for Global TV News.
As the saying goes, a life well spent brings happy memories. So it is true for a life well lived. That is why people from all walks of life have gathered here at the family compound of Elder Pius Ogaba Oche for the first-year memorial service in his honor.
The event, organized by his son, who is the Commissioner of Public Complaints Commission in Benue State, James Oche, marks the renewal of their trust in Christ and a ceremony to express their profound gratitude to God for his continued guidance and protection since the passing of their father. It is in accordance with the Holy Scriptures that it pays to serve God that the foundation stone laying ceremony of Pius Oche Memorial Anglican Church, Apa Aguila, was led.
I am very happy that Elder Oche and the children in particular are going to lay this foundation to bring light to this community so that they will have the gospel and save their lives.
Speakers, including Senator Abamoro, in their tribute, eulogized the memories of the deceased.
The best that they can do for their father is to leave his legacy, which they are trying to do. For the people of Aguila, Pagila, it is said that to whom much is given, much is expected. And I think this spirit of oneness, this spirit of unity that the children of Pauche are bringing to Apagila should be emulated by the people of Aguila.
For the family, his constant commitment to peace, unity and truth will remain their guiding principle.
We are trying to build on our father's legacy. While he was alive, he was a God-loving man. He was a man that went extra mile to ensure that he preaches the gospel of Christ. And we felt that there's no better way to sustain his legacy than building on where he stopped.
My father loved God and he loves unity.
So he always encouraged us to read the Word of God. He always shared the Word of God. Above all, he was dedicated to the gospel.
Pius Oche was blessed with 8 children and 18 grandchildren. From Apa Aguila in Ado local government area of Benue State, Felicity Nderi reporting for Global TV News.
And on to party affairs, as the leadership of the Labour Party says it has not zoned its 2027 presidential ticket to the southeast. The party's National Public Secretary, Mr. Obiora Ifo, stated this in a statement issued in Abuja. It was reported that Ifo was reacting to a report making the rounds that the party had zoned a 2027 presidential ticket to the southeast. British Council Director of Global Network, Charlie Walker, and his team have visited TEDfund to appreciate it for the privilege of partnership and cooperation enjoyed over the years. Charlie Walker, in a statement during the visit, said the idea of the partnership and cooperation is important to the British Council. Ramsey Abo completes the report.
British Council has enjoyed a mutually beneficial cooperation with the Tertiary Education Trust Fund over the years. Charlie Walker said one of the major assignments of the British Council is to deepen and strengthen relationship between the United Kingdom and countries in which they work around the world, emphasizing that the UK's strategic partnership with Nigeria is of tremendous significance.
Today is to come to meet Executive Secretary Sir and to extend our thanks for the partnership and collaboration that we have enjoyed with the TEDfund over the years, and to emphasise to you all how important that is to the British Council. The British Council's mission across the world is to deepen and strengthen relationships between the United Kingdom and those countries in which we work around the world, and none is more important to us than the relationship with Nigeria. And our work together extends opportunities to young people in Nigeria to benefit from education, and we hope to deepen the relationship with their counterparts.
The country director, British Council Nigeria, Duncan McGowan, pointed at certain guidelines relevant to its operations and its partners.
More on the implementation of the TNE guidelines, we have the Education World Forum, which takes place in London in May. So that's the UK government's wider education, annual education policy conference, and the invitation for that will be with you very, very soon. So my thanks again.
Thank you very much. The Executive Secretary of TEDfund, Architect Sonny Ochono, pledged support for partnering institutions.
And that is that TEDfund will be in a position to support the partner institutions here to ensure that they will meet the requirements and also provide all the resources that are required for them to mount this program, to host these programs, or to go into the collaboration with their British partners as the first step in implementing the guidelines that we've adopted. We are aware of the multiple dimensions of the transnational education and the various ways that these will be implemented. But the assurance we will give, and this is supported by the ministry, but also the Honourable Minister has been following up on some progress in this direction. The TEDfund will be there and will provide the right set of funding to support those institutions. And we believe it's coming at the right time.
The visit by British Council has built confidence between both parties as they agree to continue nurture a lasting relationship. Ramsey Enoch Agbo reporting for Global TV News.
And now the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mojisola Merinda, is currently presiding over the plenary at the Lagos State House of Assembly. The sitting holds amid the invasion of officials of the Department of State Services who had earlier sealed the chamber and office of the Speaker yesterday. The DSS officials who were later sighted inside the chamber were in a physical confrontation with legislative workers at the exit door of the chamber. And now the Court of Appeal sitting in Ibadan has upheld the selection and installation of Oba Gandhi Olaoye as a showing of Obamoso overturning an earlier ruling that nullified his appointment. Delivering judgment, Justice Yagata Nimpa, who led a 3-member panel, ruled in favor of Oba Olaoye and all 10 grounds of appeal. You're watching the live broadcast of News Prime. When News Prime returns, State Action on Business Enabling Reforms sensitizes Commissioners of Finance. We have those details from the world of business, as well as more stories coming for you from foreign and sports segment. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching the news prime and now to business news. In quest to enhance Nigeria's business environment through strategic reforms, the State Action on Business Enabling Reforms has organized its 2025 sensitization workshop for commissioners of finance across the country. Organizers say that the workshop seeks to bolster investment promotion among states. Godwin Sunday has a report.
The State Action on Business Enabling Reforms event, organized by the Federal Ministry of Finance in collaboration with the Nigerian Governors Forum and the World Bank, brought together key stakeholders from various sectors with the aim of enhancing Nigerian business environment through strategic reforms. In welcoming participants, Dr. Mohammed, the National Program Coordinator of State Action on Business Enabling Reforms, highlighted the achievement of the program and emphasized the need for more collaboration among states.
We are considering the achievement that we have recorded during the period of implementation of our SIFTAs. And based on that, the essence is we intend to look at the progress that we have made so far vis-a-vis the challenges we are confronting today so that we move forward in the implementation of the program.
While declaring the event open, Lydia Shehu Jafia, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Finance, seized the opportunity to state the objectives of the workshop.
The commitment of the program is so gratifying that apart from 3 states, 33 states, including FCT, have signed up the SMEs, which is the subsidiary loan agreement. I think they deserve it.
Speaking exclusively with Global Television, Chairman Commissioners of Finance Forum, Akintunde Oyebode, spoke on the significance of the event in unlocking Nigerians' economic potentials and facilitating sustainable development.
It's a critical program to help improve the competitiveness of Nigeria. You know, economic activity happens in the states, So if the states individually and collectively improve their business environment, make themselves more competitive, that rising tide will lift all boats, and it makes Nigeria a lot more competitive as a country.
There is no doubt that the workshop will mark a pivotal step in mobilizing state-level actions to foster a more business-friendly climate nationwide. Godwin Sunday, reporting for Global Television News.
And our more update on the world of business. The National Bureau of Statistics says the headline inflation rate fell by 10 to 32% points to 24.48% in January 2025 from the 34.8% in December 2024 after the rebase in the consumer price index. In a statement addressing the CPI report for January, the National Bureau of Statistics says that the rates reflect an updated price reference period of 2024 and the weight reference period of 2023. And Nigeria's cocoa industry has received significant boost with a $40.5 million investment from British International Investment, the UK's development finance institution. The investment aims to enhance cocoa production, increase global export, and drive sustainability in Nigeria's agricultural sector. Nigeria's cocoa processing and export sector announced that the funding will have its subsidiary Premium Cocoa Products in Ile-Oloji scale up production from 13,000 metric tons to its full installed capacity of 30,000. The federal government must spend 2.36 trillion naira on electricity subsidies for the low-income consumers in 2025, a figure that comes amid plans to implement a cost-reflective tariff for electricity consumers. This came as a multi-year tariff order released by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission that showed the government incurred over 178.3 billion naira electricity subsidy in January despite the minimal cash backing. And the Regulatory Commission said that the subsidy was calculated after a review of key tariff indices, which showed that the weighted average cost reflective tariff dropped to 116.25 million per kilowatt from the 213.85 per kilowatt in December 2024. The governor of Cross River State, Basu Otu, says the Bakassi Deep Sea Port project will be funded without the state taking any loan facility. Otu noted that the flagship of his administration, though not conceptualized by his government, will change the economic landscape of the country and that of the country at large. Now, moving to the foreign scene, the United States Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, says the United States and Russia have agreed on 4 principles following talks that lasted more than 4 hours in Saudi Arabia, including appointing a high-level team to help negotiate and work through the head of conflict in Ukraine. Ukraine's President Zelensky said his government knew nothing about the talks and would not participate. An official says all 80 people on board a plane which crashed and overturned while landing in Toronto have survived. The Delta Airlines flight from the Minneapolis skid along the runway with one wing on fire, and it came to halt upside down as the firefighters put out the flames. 18 people were injured, but only a small number are thought to be seriously hurt, and investigators are looking into what caused the crash. Overnight, air defenses shot down 103 out of 176 drones launched by Russia, the Ukrainian Air Force says. That were shot down over several regions, including Kiev, where smoke could be seen rising above the city. About the evening, residents of Kiev were instructed to take cover, but the major damage was reported in the Kiev and the Czech Sea. And as the talks between the United States and Russia officials continue in Saudi Arabia, Donald Trump's special envoy for Ukraine, General Kerry, is holding separate meetings in Europe. His first was in Brussels with European Council President Antonio Costa and the leader of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, said that the discussion was important, adding that they want to partner with the United States to deliver a just and lasting peace for Ukraine. And now wrapping up with sports, the Referee Development Committee of the Nigeria Football Federation has suspended Wilfred Chawe from the officiating Nigeria National League matches. The referee suspension was contained in a statement released by the committee, saying that the decision was taken due to the Chawe's questionable calls during the match between Solution FC and Gospel Pabio FC played in Oka on Saturday, February 15, 2025. Glasgow Rangers defender Leon Bow-Jones has reiterated his desire to return to the Super Eagles while opening up and missing out on the last Africa Cup of Nations tournament in Ivory Coast, where Nigeria finished second. Balogun's last appearance for the Super Eagles was in 2022 during the country's African qualifier against Sao Tome and Principe at the Stade Agdia in Morocco. He admitted that he had been left out of the team since the most times due to injuries, but believed he was in a good position to make a return as he continues to live up to the expectations at Rangers. As Global TV News Prime comes to an end, let's take a recap of the top stories. The CAO is fixed February 26 for the public hearing of the tax reform bills following their passage for a second reading by both chambers of the National Assembly. And in business, the National Bureau of Statistics says the headline inflation rate fell by 10 to 32% point of 24.48% in January 2025 from the initial 34.8% in December 2024. The first thing we told you that overnight air defenses shot down 103 out of 176 drones launched by Russia, the Ukrainian Air Force says. And in sports, the Free Development Committee of the Nigeria Football Federation has suspended Wilfred Chawe from officiating Nigeria National League matches. And that's our package here on News Prime. A reminder that we are on DSTV channel 365 and SatTimes channel 276 free to air and NICAMSAT. Kindly follow us on social media platform using @GlobalTVNG. You can also download the Global TV Nigeria app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcasts. Many thanks for watching and stay with us here on News Prime. My name is Edikan Michael. See you again.